How you guys doing? I thought I would do this little talkie just to talk about how you might be feeling because I know I'm feeling a certain way. So I thought I would share it because I think that it's helpful to our psyches, and I really wish that I could be in person with people, and that's what this is about. I don't know that I'm a loner. I'm sure someone would call me lots of things. I'm not really like a social butterfly necessarily. I guess the weird thing is that I didn't think I was as social as this time is showing me. Like, I thought that I could go live by myself, without human contact forever and be totally satisfied. And this is showing me that that's actually not who I am, which is kind of surprising. I have always been happy. I've always been content. I've always been inward with my focus. I've never really focused on people. I'm not really a big people watcher. I don't watch TV. I don't really try to get into people's minds. I really enjoy my life. But what's happening right now is changing that for me a little bit. I can't say I totally enjoy my life anymore because it's not my own. It's been kind of stolen from me or hijacked from me right now. So I'm not able to do what I normally do. And what I normally do is that I'm normally by myself. I used to be married. I've been in a couple long-term relationships. I'm a serial monogamist, if I needed a title. I like long-term relationships. I like intimacy. I'm not really shallow. I guess that's what it is. I don't pop around, needing a lot of hungry ghost type of action. I'm fulfilled, and I like to share myself in meaningful ways. But I can't even do that anymore. In Hawaii, I heard that they ticketed 50 people in this little town of Lahaina just for being outside without masks. I obviously don't want to deal with any of that. I haven't gone into a store. Most stores, I can go into 2 places here that let me go in without a mask, and neither one of them are grocery stores. So it's I can barely interact with people in a casual way, because even if I try to go into a restaurant, you're not actually allowed to talk to people. So as you know, we're not really able to socialize right now, and it's kind of surprising to me because I didn't realize I even liked to. But it's not even a preference thing. What I'm making this video for is to actually point out that this is a health thing. This is affecting my health. And I can only imagine what would happen to us if we continued to be under this pressure and ordinance for long periods of time. This is basically, I feel like the whole world has become a concentration camp. You all should read the book, The 5 Chimneys, and understand what is happening around us. We have these really positive commercials on TV that's oh, everything's so wonderful, life is great, we care about you so much, take these pills, So it's it's kind of hard for people to realize what the conditions you're living under are really. Not always, but I've known it for a while. I've known for at least 15 years that I wasn't into TV. I wasn't into, the social scene. And now, though, it's I've learned that it's straight demonic. Now I know that it's actually bad. And it's not only just bad, it has an intention, it has a purpose to be bad. It's really trying to change the function of this world. It's trying to cancel out being human and bring in this just darkness. It's all darkness, because in the darkness, you can get away with anything, right? In the light, you have to be responsible, you have to be clear, you have to be transparent. But in the dark, we could all drink blood and freaking become cannibals, and no one will care, right? Because no one can really see. So I didn't realize, how intentional it was. So sitting with all the knowledge You know, like I said before, I used to be able to stay alone for days. Like I loved the silence. I could meditate and just have I still don't really listen to even when I drive, I don't listen to the radio. I'm just not on the whole like mainstream brainwashing tip. I unplugged from that a long time ago. But I still obviously would socialize, and lots of people are plugged in, so it's not like I was totally detached. Now I'm starting to feel really detached. There's like no way. I don't have anyone I can hug. I don't have anyone I can like cuddle with. I don't have anyone that I could feel comfortable with to just, well, I shouldn't say I have anyone I feel comfortable with, but it's just like we can't really get together. We're actually not allowed to be together. It's crazy. And it's affecting me, and I'm strong. So I can't even imagine how it's affecting people that have never been alone. This is really bad, you guys. The way it's making me feel like I want to say bored, and usually historically I would say, well, if you're bored, you're boring. But like now I'm saying I'm bored. I don't know that it's my choice. I'm being forced to stay at home, and I can't even interact with people. I only have a screen that I can let program me. And I can choose my programming, kind of, but obviously that's dimming into darkness. They only want us to, they only want to feed us crap so that we all become full of shit, and this becomes devil Google world. A bunch of patients that all die. It's very disturbing. But I just wanted to address the way that it makes us really, truly feel. We cannot deny. Like I said, I'm a strong person. I love being by myself. I don't really feel like I'm a codependent person. I'm an independent person. So I can't even imagine what it would be like for people. I'm sure that they already have people in their lives. Maybe it's harder for me because I didn't really have a big gang group around me. Maybe I'd still have a gang to go hang out with. So, maybe I actually have it harder than others, and I didn't know. And obviously I'm not alone, so I'm making a video. But it's basically just like saying, like, we all have to be one way. Like right now, if I want to be social, my options are to go into a restaurant with a mask on. That's it. Or to go into a store with a mask on and try to like talk to somebody. You can't even talk to people in stores with masks on. You can't talk to people in restaurants with masks on because they don't sit you next to them. You're not allowed to sit next to them. You have to know the people. So it's basically they're preventing socialization, which I thought I could handle, but it's been a year, and it's affecting me. It's affecting me in a way that makes me feel unhappy. It makes me energetic. I'm not totally taking it personal, like going into my mind and feeling like frustrated. It's a very fine line right now because obviously I know that I am being perpetrated on. I'm being forced. I'm being abused. So that doesn't feel good. And I'm not comfortable with that. And that is frustrating. But again, I don't know. I can't tell which is worse. Is it better or worse? All I know is that this is not healthy. This is so bad for us. Like, to be alone, it's the number one, even in prison. They already know that it's called touchless torture to isolate people. And I can feel it. I'm drinking a little bit more than usual. I kind of drink like once or twice a week anyways. But it's usually more fun. Now it's like, fuck, I have to drink because I have nothing. I have to go drink by myself because I have nothing to do. And I'd rather, like, have a beer or two and act a little stupid and, kind of just, like, let the day go by rather than just be, wow, I have nothing.
It's been raining a ton here, so I can't really go to the beach. I don't really want to go to the beach every day. I live kind of far from the beach, not that far, but it's like I have to do this whole new thing that is not my life. It's not my pattern. It's the government's pattern they're trying to force me into. Like, I'm supposed to get up every single day now and do what? Go to the beach? Go on a walk? That's not what I like to do. I like to sleep in. And I like to get up in the afternoon, and I like to get up in the evening, and I like to go socialize when I want to. And I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to do what I'm forced to do, which is an unnatural rhythm for me. So no, I don't like to go places and have to wear masks at certain times of the days and be limited to how I can socialize or how I can interact with people. You know, even if I go to it doesn't even matter. Even if I go to the beach right now, you know, people don't want you talking to each other. This is a mass brainwashing. This is mass torture. And I'm feeling it. I'm going to get out of it. I'm moving off this island. I could never live this way. I want to go be free and move around, and I'm going to do that. I was going to do that anyways because I already knew that that was my personality. You know, I like to be able to, you know, socialize. But it's just such a weird dichotomy when you're not being allowed to. And it is having an effect on us. And I just think it's horrendous. I think what we need to be focusing on is the reality that we're going to be putting some people on trial. We're going to be putting the United Nations on trial. We're going to be putting the World Health Organization on trial. We're going to be putting the Center of Disease and Control on trial. We're going to be putting the World Economic Forum on trial. These people do not get to enforce their opinions onto us. They do not get to force their ideals onto us. They don't. They don't. Lots of people are super brainwashed, poisoned, and afraid, and they're willing to let somebody else tell them what to do, which is our main problem. If everybody was smart enough, they would know 99% chance of dying is not abnormal. There is a 100% chance of dying in life. They're actually increasing our odds of dying by isolating us, cutting us off from food, cutting us off from abundance, cutting us off from each other. I just watched this video the other day about these twins, and they were born, I don't know if they were born with a condition or whatever it was, but they were still infants. I don't know if they ever even got out of the hospital. But one of the twins their health was rapidly declining. And the Western medicine was trying all this stuff, and nothing was working. The baby was just getting sicker and sicker. One baby was okay, but the other one was not. I think it's because the babies were premature, actually. And so one was struggling and the other was not. And so they kept trying to do all this stuff to the one baby. And finally, one of the nurses was like, let's put the babies next to each other. Let them be together. And guess what happened? The togetherness healed the babies. The one baby got stronger by the love of the other. And that to me was just like, okay, Western medicine, you need to get the fuck out of our fucking faces. You don't know what you're doing. The government, medical, all of it's a fucking experiment. They are experimenting on us. That's why we're coming up to what is known as the Nuremberg trials. If you don't know what that is, those were the trials that took place after the Holocaust. This is when all the people were round up and were like held responsible for what they're doing. And the people on top, unfortunately, were saved and implanted across the planet so that they continue their eugenics work. But then, you know, they went through the trial and they established certain international laws that said, you know, this is against humanity. These particular actions are war crimes against humanity. So they have been established, but they're obviously being broken all over the world right now. So we have laws, we have rights, and they're just being trampled over, ignored, trying to be, you know, erased, but they won't be, because humanity is like nature. You can't stomp it out. It'll end when it's over, but it ain't over. We're still alive and thriving, no matter how much you try to bury us. We're going to grow. It's so bad. It's bad. I think I almost allowed myself to just be the subject of this, you know, and not jump out of it and try desperately to do something different, because I wanted to just be like, okay, what will really happen to me if I just do this, which is like I said, you know, what would be different is if I ran out of my house and was like, oh my God, I have to socialize and be in fear, you know, and be like, oh my God, I have to go socialize. I have to go, you know, do things that are out of my character just because that's the only chance I have to meet anybody. Like, I don't really operate on that desperate kind of level. So I'm more like, okay, so this is what they want. They want me to stay home. They want me to watch the programming only. Okay, what happens? Obviously, I'm not watching the programming, but I have been staying home. And it's not good. It's bad. It's really bad. And I like staying home, so that's why I just find it really interesting and wanted to make this quick video because, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you like staying home? Are you feeling the difference? Were you out every day? Some people can't stand being by themselves, so I don't know. They probably already have a group around them. I'm assuming. You know, I like being by myself. I don't have a group around me. So that's what we're dealing with. How are you guys dealing with it? Do you realize that you are being punished? Do you realize that you're being abused? Do you realize that your emotions and mentality are being altered by these mandates, these I don't even know, there's a better word, these I don't know what the word is. Invasions of your life, your body, your mind. You're being invaded. We are being invaded. And I just want to let people know that it's not normal and that you shouldn't be okay with it. So I'm starting to get to the tipping point where I'm going to have to start doing things out of my character because I need people. I didn't know it. I did not know it. And it's not about anything superficial. This is deep. It is deep that we need each other. It is life-saving that we need each other. So the fact they're isolating us and treating us like criminals and treating us like we're all ill patients is an attack on our spirits, on our lifestyles, on our livelihoods, on our abundance, on our happiness, on our joy, on our ability to live, thrive, be happy. That's crazy. That's crazy. All for what? Because I might die if I'm 65 or somebody 60. We're killing people. This is not about health. This is not about health. This is not about safety. Safety is what the German Nazis tried to tell you it was all for. Remember? Anyways, I'm going to just go watch some movie and, you know, you can only clean your house so many times. You can only, you know, do so many art projects and, you know, be so many creative things until you need to socialize. And if we can't socialize, we are going to dissolve. That's what they want. They're trying to dissolve us. They're trying to reduce population. They want, like even Trump said in the beginning of this whole thing, you know, a lot of people are going to commit suicide. And I've touched that depth of feeling. I was being poisoned at the time, so I don't take it personal, but I understand that it's real and that we are being attacked and we are vulnerable. And I don't want to feel that way. I'm not going to let myself get there. I will fight. That's why I'm leaving the island. I will take all my energy to build my future rather than fight this past, because that's what this is. And I just wanted to at least, you know, put together these two, not paths, but these two, like kind of before and afters, you know, like this is how it was, this is how it's going to be. You know, I was not really obeying, but I didn't really have a choice. If I go outside, I can't go into any stores. I could probably go to the beach, but I don't want to go to the beach every day. I don't. Sorry. Some lady was attacked the other day on a hike with a guy in full camo gear, face mask, boots. Like, it's crazy. It's dangerous outside right now. So they're making it dangerous outside and brainwashed inside, and you can't socialize. It's very depleting. It's very degenerating. It's very demonic. It's demonic. If they loved us, if we were loved, if anybody in control, if I was in control, I would want to give you guys information to let you thrive. I would let you know about our archaeological history. I would let you know about all of the medical advancements. I would let you know how to take care of your body. I would let you understand that painting and sewing and singing and all these wonderful, wonderful ways to be creative and singing and dancing. Just, just keep everything light and keep everything moving. It's like a completely different energy. But that's not what the people up there are doing. They're like, you're sick. You need to stay home. You don't know anything. And then they twist it and they're like, you can watch pornography, but you can't read Dr. Seuss. Like, okay. Read the book, The Five Chimneys, and you will see that what is happening all around us was perfected in the concentration camps. And if you look at Operation Paperclip, you will realize that the people that were running the concentration camps are now running your country, your world, your businesses, your United Nations, your World Health Organization, your Economic Forum, your Center of Disease and Control. These are all the same people. Bayer, Monsanto, Bayer, they were the people that were completely conducting experiments on all the people in the concentration camps. And just by the way, in case you didn't know, if you read the Five Chimneys, you'll learn more. But just in case you didn't know, most of the people that were living in the concentration camps were not Jewish. When the Jewish people got to the concentration camps, they were exterminated immediately. So all the people in the concentration camps, they were like people that weren't into the Nazis. A lot of people didn't even know why they were there, to be honest with you. So just read the book. And so point is, there is a group of people, they made up the word conspiracy. It's all a mind game. It's a mind game, and it's a twist, and they're actually trying to convince you there's something wrong with you so that you give up control of your own life. I personally know there's nothing wrong with me, so I will never give up control of my own life. But I have gone as far as just saying, okay, I'll stay home. It's pretty normal for me. I just don't have a job right now. Normally I'd go to work and see people every day. I was Ubering basically before this. So I saw a lot of people. I got lots of action. And that's what I like. And so I've been just kind of chilling and realizing like, wow, this shit's totally like defeating. This is totally defeating to sit at home and do nothing and not be allowed to do anything. This is powerful shit. And it's not okay. We're rising. But keep rising. People, don't let it get too far. Talk about it. Talk about the way you feel. Talk about the way you're feeling. And understand that it's not you. It's what is being done to you. You need to understand that. That's one sick thing that I've seen a lot. And even in like, I have a background of teaching yoga for 15 years and, being in the whole like healing world. And there's a huge thought there that is like always trying to convince people that, anything that happens to you that's bad is your fault. No, it's not. It's not. So what I'm trying to say is that even within the healing community, they still try to brainwash and gaslight you and try to make you feel guilty for things. I mean, they do it in religion too. So there's just all this weird brain manipulating shit going on. Don't fall for that. But do understand that there's real physical things that can affect you. You basically we can't basically be stronger than what it is. We have to stop it. I can't sit at home and convince myself all day that it's okay. I don't need to ever see anybody again, that I can just follow my government god's advice and, eat scientific created food. And I just can't do that. Like, I know what's real. So it's a fine line. And I really hope people are able to identify, why they're feeling this way, not take it personal, and realize that this is being done on purpose and that it is effective. It's effective. They've been testing it and studying it for ages. They want to know how to control a person's mind. They want to know how to break a person down. They want to know how to, alter genes. They want to know how to reduce your sexuality. They want to take away all of those things. They don't want humans anymore. They basically just want cyborgs. They want a small group of humans that are capable of doing some work, but not making too much noise. So that's what they want. And it's horrible. And it's effective. It's totally effective. I let it I tasted it. I could feel it. I can't wait for this to be over. I think it's absolutely insane that they're keeping us in our homes and then editing and censoring everything that we're supposedly being shown. That's fucking crazy shit. I mean, talk about allegory of a cave. I don't know if you've heard of that, but you can only know what you know. And if they don't show you anything, then that's all you're going to see. And it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller to where you're just going to be like, nothing. You're going to get nothing is what they want for you. Nothing. It's horrible. All right, guys. Bug out. Don't let it happen.